The next news story is about a teen in the UK who is facing prosecution because he had the audacity to call Scientology a cult.
What?
You can't call a cult a
Rebecca,
cult.
you didn't hear about that?
I'm joking.
Oh.
That was an ironic. What?
Oh. Okay, you got me on that.
Hey,
Well, he was at an anonymous gathering, a protest outside the headquarters of the Scientology Church in London on May 10th, and he had a sign that basically called Scientology a cult. The cop came over and commented on Section 5 of the Public Order Act, which is one of the laws in England, and it basically talks about someone who would be guilty if they use threatening or abusive or insulting words or behavior or disorderly behavior or displays any writing, sign, or other visible representation which is threatening, abusive, or insulting.
Insulting, that's the one that gets me. I mean, you have a law against being insulting to somebody else. That's just a license to suppress any speech you don't like.
Yeah.
So the cops didn't succeed at that attempt, and then he recited, I guess, a quote from one of the people high up in the government. And basically, that person...
Wasn't it a judge?
It was the guy was a justice. He quoted him as saying that Scientology was corrupt, sinister, and dangerous. And he did refer to it as a cult. So that was his explanation. This guy did it, so I'm doing it. That didn't go over so hot with the cops, and they issued him a summons and took his sign. So worst case scenario, the kid could spend 6 months in jail, spend a boatload of money going to court and the whole bit. But obviously there's a lot of other things going on here. Like, why would the cops do that? What would motivate them? Why would the sign bother them? And in my blog I wrote about how about 20 of the local police were busted for taking pretty much bribes or expensive gifts from the Church of Scientology.
No way.
So it's kind of a dirty little thing going on. We don't really know what the answers are, and I think there should be some kind of an investigation. But who knows? I mean, this type of activity is going on.
Yeah, so there is a law on the books. Most of the time the police don't enforce this law, but the City of London police, the ones that are relevant here, did, and it turns out they have all these connections to the Church of Scientology, so there's apparently a conflict of interest. So it is a dirty little story, and I think we're not getting all the details, but even that aside, just the notion that there's laws against just public criticism is just absurd. I mean,
Yeah, and that plays right into Scientologists' fantasies. I mean, this is what they try to do nonstop in every country, and it's made very difficult for them in places like here in the U.S. and in Germany, where they are actually branded a cult and have certain legal implications applied to that as well.
I think they're technically branded a fascist organization in Germany.
Oh, is that what?
Which is illegal in Germany. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's
right.
That's serious.
The laws are about how you interpret them. We interpret this particular situation one way, and the police interpret them another way. And the question is why. I think that it's pretty obvious why, but the Church of Scientology can get by and has gotten by a very long time and very far with their money.
Well, we should follow this to see how this turns out. It is a terrible situation.